Hi, it's Cindy. For those of you that don't know, and I've had a lot of new subscribers, I have never just told my story, a little bit of it in the beginning of a video. I am 67 years old. I've been on ketogenic way of eating since September of 2020. I lost 100 pounds within 22 months. I just got back from a walk, so excuse the windy walk. Anyhow, overall I feel pretty good. Past couple days it's been a little rough, but I'll get past it. I just wanted to come on here. This is where I actually started my videos. I'm on my front porch. The very first video I did, A Little About Me was the name of it. Just a few minutes because I had no idea what I was going to do with the channel. I knew I wanted to talk about my life and my health journey and my weight loss journey and things like that. And I've done that. I've had both of my knees replaced. I've had gastric bypass surgery in the past, which, oh my God, unless there's a really good reason, don't do that. I am so sorry I did that. But overall, things have been great. I am married. My husband of 21 years is a type 1 diabetic. He has cervical dystonia, which is a movement disorder with symptoms similar to Parkinson's. He's had deep brain stimulation surgery for it, which helps control it quite a bit, but not totally. I don't think anything can totally take care of it. And it's a progressive thing. It's just going to get worse. He's amazing. But his story is on my channel. It's worth a listen to. And not just because I want views, because he has an amazing story. Yesterday I was on live with Dr. Nelson. I also do live streams every Wednesday night. Today is Wednesday, with my husband. And every Friday, most every Friday, with a guest. And this coming Friday, I have Dr. Ann Childers, sorry if I'm messing up your name, on at 6:30 p.m. And that'll be interesting. She also has dystonia, and we will be talking about that. That'll be quite interesting. The month of June this year, I did a beef, butter, bacon, and egg challenge for 30 days. And it went great. I lost 11.8 pounds, total of 9 inches, and felt really, really good. The July challenge is 10,000 steps a day that I'm doing with a few other people, and I'm going to put their stories in here with this. We've all did a little snippet of how we've done for the week, including me, so I'll put mine in there as well as theirs. And I'm going to tell you, I haven't succeeded every day with the 10,000. I've had some issues with a stomach bug, but I keep pushing. Because the one thing I will never do is quit or give up. I was told a saying a long time ago, winners never quit and quitters never win. Well, I want to be a winner. That's all there is to it. I'm quite competitive, and that's a good thing. But I'm going to include, like I said, my little synopsis of how the past week went for the step challenge, as well as some of the other people in the group, like Andy from Mission Carnivore, Chanel from Chandru's Life, Amy from Rockin' Keto Amy, Lindy from Paleo Barbie Does Keto, and Jerry from Carnivore Jerry in the Middle of the Forest. That woman is incredible. She's getting over a hip replacement. She went along with beef, butter, bacon, and eggs, but she's carnivore. That was a little bit of a stretch, but she did great. The step challenge, she's doing good. She's doing what she can. She is getting in movement. And that's the whole idea of this. I haven't succeeded, like I said, with every day getting 10,000 steps, but I haven't given up. This morning I went for a little walk, like I said. It was starting to rain. I didn't care. I told my husband, if it starts downpouring, you come and get me. Other than that, I'm going to go. And I got 3,000 steps in just walking a little bit because I didn't want to be caught in a downpour. So I'm sitting here on my porch and thinking, I just want to do this. So in this video, like I said, it's just a little bit more about me. Yeah. And then the little snippets of the other people that are in the step challenge on how they're doing and what their goals are, and how they feel. And with the exception of the stomach bug, like I said, I feel good. I just got to figure out what's going on. But I'll take care of it. I'll just deal with it. I'm not one to run to the doctor every little thing. I already have my regular appointment next week, and that's when I'll go. If it was something serious, yeah, I'd be going. I used to call the doctor all the time. I didn't feel good when I was younger. My mom used to tell me, man, you go to the doctor all the time. I said, because I don't like feeling bad. And if they can help me feel better, that's good. Well, we all know that meds are not always the answer. And that was always the answer back then. Well, take this, you'll feel better. Take this, you'll feel better. And I did, until I didn't. And then it would be more meds. And I loved my doctors back then. But we know now what we know, and I am my own best advocate as well as my husband's advocate. Doctors hate to see me coming, but that's okay, because they know I am not going to knuckle under to every little thing they say. On Dr. Nelson's live stream yesterday, I mentioned that my doctor now, she's actually an APRN. I love her dearly. When I get my blood work back, she tells me, your blood work is better than mine. And I just look at her, what does that tell you? She says, I know. But it's like, everybody else you talk to, they like their carbs, they like their pasta, they like their potatoes, they like this, they like that. Not really getting the full grasp of what those can be doing to them. I know I feel better without them. And it's been almost 5 years, and I would never go backward. Yeah, I'm not perfect. I'll get things on occasion that I shouldn't have, like a dinner roll at a restaurant. But I'm still here. It didn't kill me, so that's a blessing. But it's not a common practice either. I never beat myself up if I go off plan. I just get right back on track. But if I do a challenge for myself, I stick with that challenge. And like when I started keto, the determination was there. The mindset was there. It took my sister 3 months to convince me to start it after she did. But it's been so worth it. But I had to be ready. And so when I started, I was ready. And when I say going from a sad diet, a standard American diet, to very strict keto, I had absolutely no sweeteners. And I have a bad sweet tooth. I had zero, anything. I stayed 20 total carbs or less every day for 90 days. And yeah, the first bit you lose is water weight, but it's still weight, and it's kind of aggravating to hear, oh, you're losing water weight. You're losing inflammation, which is a good thing, because inflammation is what causes pain, if you have any pain. So, yeah, that kind of irks my everything when people say, oh, it's just water weight. Well, it's still weight, and it's coming off, and that's a win. So don't let anybody mess with you like that. The best advice I could give you, like I said, I didn't start this till I was 62 years old. There are people in their 50s, 60s, oh, I'm too old to do that. No, you're really not. I've been 5 years, almost. And at 67, I feel much better than I did in my 40s. I started bowling when I was 9 years old. I had to quit when I was in my 40s because my knees were bad, really bad. And I had arthritis in my back. And I was miserable. Something I had done since I was a kid. Well, 20 years later, I'm back at it. And averaging 170. And I feel really good. All right, little emotionalism there. Sorry about that. As you can hear this, it's just starting to rain. And a little bit of breeze feels great. Anyhow, when I started my channel, it was about 2 years ago. I did so just to tell my story in hopes of helping one person. At least one person. And I feel like I've done that. And I will continue. Unfortunately, when I started my channel, I had already lost my weight, so you didn't see the progression. For the most part. And I have gone on that roller coaster, up some weight, down some weight, up some weight, down some weight. And I feel like I'm back on track. There was a product that I love out of my jars that I have a sweet tooth. Bad. Chalk Zero. It's great tasting. It fulfilled that chocolate desire for me, but it got out of hand. And I think that was a big reason why I gained like 20 pounds. So I haven't had any of that since May, and this is July 9th. That in itself is a big win. The beef, butter, bacon, and eggs, the only thing I did not give up is my Diet Pepsi. I have never, with the exception of 31 days in my whole journey, given that up. I have cut way back though, and it does make a difference. It'll be eventually I'll quit, maybe. But I'm not making any promises there. It's the one thing I enjoy. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink tea. That's it. So, yeah, I'm going to keep going. Keep interviewing. I enjoy that immensely. So if any of you want to come on my channel and tell your story, that somebody needs to hear. And if you've already been on, you're welcome to come back anytime. It's great sitting down with people, getting to know their stories and just getting to know them. It's just amazing. Just like these people that are doing this challenge with us. I have met 3 of them, 4 of them. I have not met Chanel. She lives in Dubai. And I have not met Jerry, who lives in Wisconsin. But we talk a lot. And I keep teasing them because just remember, I'm the oldest one in this group. But that's no excuse because I can move and I feel good. I had both of my knees replaced in 2014 and 2017. My left one in 17 got infected. I had to have 2 other surgeries after that. I was on a wound vac for a period of time because it was a spot that wasn't healing. I had IV antibiotics for 6 weeks and then oral for 8 months. I had 2 infections growing in my leg. One was a staph infection, and one, I forget the name of it, and this was 8 years ago. But since then, everything's been great. If you at all can avoid surgeries, do it. But there are some cases where you just can't. And my knees were so bone on bone. At one point, my left knee was worse than my right. But then my right knee took a turn for the worse and bent backward. And I was just standing at the top of our driveway talking to my husband. And I let out a scream that he's like, no. And that one got operated on first. Now, before I went back to bowling, I was scared. For years, I was scared because of having fake knees. You never know what's going to happen. And they tell you if they have to be replaced again, it would depend on several things, like usage of them. And the other thing is if you get an infection and it can affect the joints. That's not good. That won't be fun. So I really pay attention to what's going on with me, because last thing I want is to go through another knee replacement. That's grueling. But anyhow, I think I'll end this here and attach those short videos of the people that are doing this step challenge with me and their successes, which are fantastic. And keep in mind, like I said, Jerry is recuperating from hip replacement. She's doing fantastic and getting movement in, and that's what this is all about. Don't just sit around. Don't let yourself be in your way, and don't let anybody tell you you can't do something, because it's just not true. Mindset and determination are powerful things. And if they're headed in the right direction, you can do anything you set your mind to doing. I don't care how old you are. Like I said, I'm 67. I am not quitting. There's no one in the world that's going to deem me a quitter, including me, because I am my worst enemy too. Sometimes my own worst critic, my own best advocate. Those are two total ends of the spectrum, but it works. Anyhow, I hope you enjoy their other stories, and I'm going to include mine of what I gave for them to use, so you get some idea of what's going on with me the first 7 days and how it's going. Please like, subscribe, and share this video, because somebody needs to hear you're not too old to get moving. You're not too old to get started. Don't ever let anybody tell you you are, because they're wrong. Hi, it's Cindy. This past week, I have agreed to do, or attempt to, the 10,000 steps a day challenge. I'm not giving up, but I haven't been feeling the greatest this week. My stomach's a mess, and I need to figure out why. But there were a couple days I actually hit the 10,000 mark, which was yay. And I'm determined, just like I was when I started keto. The determination is there. I need to push through this, whatever it is, and decided if I don't get 10,000 steps each day, but maybe for 2 days, I've literally been on my sofa trying to get through this, whatever's going on. I was so sick one day, it was like, oh my God, I didn't want to move. But I pushed myself to get some in. The next day, as you would have seen possibly in my latest short video, it was over 10,000 steps for the 2 days. Well, I've done that again, and I'm okay with that. But the biggest thing is, never give up. You know, be persistent and keep pushing because it's definitely worth it in the end. Here is Jerry, carnivore Jerry, in the middle of the forest, getting steps in after a hip replacement, using her walker, which she needed to do, and she's doing great. But this was her share, showing us that she's getting as many steps as she can in, which is perfect.
All right, finished our first week of the walking challenge. I have been doing okay. On some days on the past weekend, I did not do great. I went home, and so I was just trying to enjoy my time while I was at home. And it was really trying to hit it more during the week. So I think my strategy is going to be try to hit my 10K during the week every day, Monday through Friday. And on the weekend, if I don't hit it, I'm not going to beat myself up because I got a lot going on. I'm working away from home and all the things. So that is my plan. But I plan to hit it today. I hit it yesterday. So even I've had some back issues, but I'm working on that and just trying to work through it and keep on moving.
Hey everyone, I'm Andy from Mission Carnivore, and I wanted to share with y'all quickly on Chanel's channel, because she asked me to do it, how the 10,000 steps a day challenge is going. So today is July 8th. I've already done, starting since July 1st, I've done 10,000 steps or more per day. And as of this morning, I'm already at 81,000 steps. So I'm definitely ahead of the game. And today, actually July 8th, I've already done close to 12,000 steps. So I'm moving right along. And again, my goal is to get to, by July 31st, I want to be at 310,000 steps or more. So I'm definitely gunning for this. I'm going to make it happen. And I'm feeling fantastic. So listen, this is all about getting yourself up and getting moving. You don't have to do 10,000 steps. Do 2,000, 3,000, 5,000. Get yourself moving, because if you're normally sitting around and all day long and not doing anything, it's not doing anything for you. So get up, just do it. Get moving. Eventually you'll get to 10,000 steps and more a day. So hopefully this motivates you. Hopefully this gets you moving. Chanel, I know you're doing a great job, and I'm proud of you and all those that are doing this step challenge.
Hello everybody. Rockin' Keto Amy from Keto Rockstars here. I am here to tell you about the 10,000 steps per day challenge by Andy at Mission Carnivore. And my good friend Chanel has asked us to do a check-in of our progress. So I would like to share that I have hit my 10,000 steps per day, in some days in excess, since July 1st. I've had a total as of July 8th of 104,211 steps total. My highest day being July 3rd, where I reached 20,451 steps on that day. So I just wanted to say this has been a great challenge for me. I'm also doing carnivore for 30 days, and I have some great results to report there, but not yet. And I just want to say thank you to all of my friends who are in this challenge for inviting me to be a part of this, because it's gotten me to move more, and I really feel the benefits of getting out there and getting my 10,000 steps in. I hope you all have a great day, and thanks for watching.
Hi guys, it's Chanel from Chandru's Life here, and I would like to share how I'm doing on the 10,000 steps per day challenge. It has actually been life-changing. I have so much more energy during the day. I am so productive during the mornings. It's almost scary. So for me, it's really been positive. It's really given me the energy to get up and go in the day. And it's only been week 1, and I said only Monday to Friday. If I reach it over a weekend, that's good. If I don't, I'm not going to kill myself. But guys, I'm really enjoying this challenge, and I think it's something I'm going to keep up with even after the challenge finished. So that is how I'm doing. Bye.